My final thought. Now, over the last few weeks, there's been an ongoing national dialogue over civility, more specifically, the lack of civility displayed towards one another on a daily basis. Now, let's see where we are. In Austin, Texas, a 41-year-old man approached his teenage neighbor to complain about fireworks, and after the situation escalated, he shot the 19-year-old to death. In El Paso, Texas, video of a police officer pulling his gun on children has gone viral with over 2.7 million views on Facebook. These in addition to the litany of recent cases of people calling the cops on black people for the crime of being in a public space. Now, what we have is a lack of basic respect and human decency. Of course, when it's directed at public figures, it gets all the attention. As on Saturday, when former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon was at a bookstore in Richmond, Virginia. He was confronted by a woman and called a piece of trash. Now, regardless of how you feel about Steve Bannon, he was in the store minding his own business, simply trying to sell a book. But Steve Bannon isn't an aberration. How do you make the case that officials should be left alone when we disrespect each other on a daily basis? For all this talk of civility, it begins with each other, not public figures. We have to treat each other better, plain and simple. When did it become acceptable to give in to our most basic instincts and hurt each other? We have to hold ourselves to the same standard in which we want and expect to be treated. Empathy has to go both ways, or else we'll continue along this path of hatred and division. In a 1957 sermon, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." Those words are as timely as ever in 2018. If we want civility, we have to change. We have to be the change we want to see in the world. We're going to continue this conversation on Facebook. Get up, DC.